90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 Episode 6 Fight is so wild it feels scripted. Hello friends, I am Wordly Wise. Welcome to my channel. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press bell icon. The only interesting moment from the 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 trailer finally aired, and honestly, it did not disappoint. We've been waiting weeks for this train wreck to pull into the station, and the messiness was chef's kiss. 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 Episode 6 was otherwise another nap-inducing slog until the fight heard round the bar broke out and reminded us why this franchise is still the king of reality TV chaos. We've been building toward this inevitable showdown between the two women in Gino's orbit, his still wife Jasmine and his shiny new love interest Natalie. And Gino? My guy. What exactly did you think was going to happen when you invited your current flame to a family event you knew your ex would be attending? Did you think they'd braid each other's hair and swap recipes? Last week, Gino practically had "Let's make Natalie look better than Jasmine" written on his forehead. And now, Jasmine's supposed to be fine watching him play doting boyfriend. She's still wearing her wedding ring, so of course she's going to have feelings about this. But let's be real, she aimed all that fury at the wrong target. If Jasmine had walked in, smiled sweetly, and introduced herself to Natalie, she would have looked like the bigger person, and Gino would have been the one sweating bullets. But Jasmine doesn't do subtle. Instead, she went from zero to banshee in 0.3 seconds. We're talking screaming expletives, accusing Natalie of being a sex worker, and then lunging like this was a UFC undercard. The producers didn't even need to add dramatic music, it was pure chaos. Poor Dana got caught in the crossfire, shoved to the ground while trying to break it up. This bar was basically one spilled drink away from a full-blown WWE SmackDown, and the bar patrons? Cheering. Like they were at a championship fight. Jasmine basked in the applause while Natalie was pushed outside, and was left trying to figure out what alternate reality she had just walked into. Meanwhile, Gino, the human beige sweater, stayed inside. Didn't follow Natalie out. Didn't defend her. Just stood there, sipping his drink like he was watching sports highlights. When he finally did go outside, it was only because someone prompted him. Natalie was humiliated, and the man who brought her there couldn't even muster the decency to walk her out himself. But here's the thing, Gino's been making women look foolish for years, so Natalie might want to save herself the trouble and cut her losses now. From the look on her face at the end of the episode, she might already be there. The whole Natalie arc screams manufactured storyline, like the producers realized Gino and Jasmine can't quit each other, so they brought in Natalie to keep the mess going. Respect the hustle, but it's giving soap opera. Next week promises Gino getting verbally demolished by Matt, which I'm here for, but let's not pretend this love triangle isn't just a messy square now that we know Jasmine ends up having Matt's baby. Away from Bar Fight 2025, we checked in with Cara and Guillermo, and oh boy, their marriage is hanging on by a single thread. Guillermo skipped Cara's big performance, which was basically her last hope for some grand romantic gesture. Instead, he stayed away, still bitter about being told to leave their marital home. Cara, honey, when you ask someone to pack up and go, it's generally not the best precursor to a reconciliation. That's not "we just need space," that's "this is over, please collect your belongings." Neither of them seems interested in putting in the work. They're equally stubborn, equally salty, and equally exhausting to watch. At this point, co-parenting their son peacefully would be a bigger win than pretending they're still in love. But no, instead, we're stuck watching them glare at each other in alternating scenes while the producers scramble to make their storyline matter. And honestly, that's this whole season in a nutshell. 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Used to be about actual relationship drama. Now it's about who can stage the most chaotic fight for the cameras. The cast is clearly competing for screen time, the storylines feel like they were pitched in a production meeting, and the magic is slipping away. Still, I can't lie, I'll be seated for next week. Because if Jasmine can pull off this level of chaos in a bar, imagine what she'll do in a living room face-off. So, what do we think, friends? Did Jasmine go nuclear too quickly? And was Gino's decision to stay inside during the fight the final nail in the coffin for his relationship with Natalie? What's your take on the way everyone treated Natalie? Do you think Cara should have expected Guillermo at her performance after what happened between them? Hit the comments. I'll be here with popcorn, Project Runway is back, but the formatting issue may have us saying Auf Wiedersehen all over again. Let's get into what's malfunctioning. The number one rule Gino and Jasmine decided was, as soon as feelings start they have to end it. Matt clearly has feelings. Why isn't Gino calling that out? Gino needs to grow a pair of cajones. He is such a loser. Jasmine calling another woman a whore? You kidding me? She is the whore from Panama. Another loser, and this little mouse she having a baby with. Good Gino is the weakest man I've ever seen. He's a coward, doesn't even go out to check on his date. Natalie is a babe. That bat-crazy Jasmine has nothing on her. Natalie is simply drop-dead gorgeous, and she speaks proper English, not like that gold digger. Matt could have her and all the baggage and problems that she creates. Dana and Michelle have got to be the worst family members anyone can have. Too bad Gino doesn't have big enough balls to disown them. Jasmine calling Natalie a whore, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? Jasmine gets knocked up by her open marriage sperm donor, yet Natalie just kissed Gino and came to a birthday party. Hopefully Natalie files assault charges against Jasmine and she can take her bastard child back to Panama, aka deportation. She is not a US citizen, had a crime will violate her K1 visa status. Has everyone forgotten that that jealous bitch had a baby with her so-called open marriage? She needs to move the duck away and let Gino have some fun in his life. Jasmine, take your hookup baby and your 2 abandoned babies. Go home, be a real parent, Teresa. There's so much about all of this storyline that doesn't add up. Hopefully the tell-all will have some